It is summertime in Erie, PA, and many people like to get outside and enjoy the weather, even when it's kind of cloudy like this. You got Presque Isle, the Gorge, Waldameer, and of course the lake. And oh yeah, we can't forget about a milkshake from Sarah's, peanut butter. My favorite. Hey, we get some great weather here in Erie, PA in the summer. However, too much of a good thing, well, that's not necessarily a good thing.
The nice days, you might be out having fun and you think the weather's great and you wish it was like that all the time. But if it stays like that for too long, sometimes that can have negative impacts on the drought conditions, which for some people that might not matter too much, but it matters a lot for agriculture. And in our region, there's quite a bit of agriculture.
Alexa Maines is a meteorologist and forecaster for the National Weather Service in Cleveland and a member of their hydrology team, which focuses on drought conditions in our region.
According to drought.gov, drought ranks third among environmental phenomena that result in billion-dollar disasters. So number one is tropical and severe weather is number two. So drought is pretty significant and important.
Let's recap again. What is a drought? A period of abnormally dry weather sufficiently long enough to cause serious hydrological imbalances. So again, we're abnormally dry here in Erie, and there are a few different types of drought here. And again, we discussed this a couple months back. Meteorological drought, hydrological drought, agricultural drought, and the socioeconomic drought. And we'll break each one of these down for you. But first, we talk about the impacts. Obviously, people, animals, crops, they start to wither up and die off when we have drought conditions. And obviously the animals, you've heard about the stories out west with the animals being displaced with all the wildfires. Same thing for the people too. A lot of places, wineries in California have succumbed to this drought. Destruction of vegetation, soil erosion is a big problem. Water supply shortages as well. That's all what a drought can lead to.
There's meteorological, which is reduced precipitation, so below average precipitation or prolonged periods of really dry weather, along with above normal temperatures. There's hydrological, which is a reduced water supply, so low river levels, and I'm sure lower well levels as well. There's agricultural drought, which is reduced water for crops. There's ecological drought, which is reduced water for ecosystems. So think forests and fish. There's a snow drought, which is reduced snowpack, which generally is for, western areas. But I mean, if we're below average on snowfall in the snow belt area of our forecast area, sometimes that can have negative impacts.
It's released every Thursday, and you'll occasionally see this included as part of our weathercasts. The information comes from the National Mitigation Center, which rates drought levels on a scale from 1 to 4.
So it starts off with a D0, which is abnormally dry, and then as it gets worse, the numbers go up. So a D1 is moderate drought, D2 is severe drought, D3 is extreme drought, and D4 is exceptional drought.
As of Thursday, July 1st, northwestern Pennsylvania is considered abnormally dry, which is a D0 rating, the lowest ranking. But like everything else when it comes to the weather, that could change with next week's update. So in the meantime, what can we do on a daily basis to help keep the drought levels from worsening?
For inside the home, try to conserve water as much as possible. So if you get appliances that use less water and are a bit more efficient, that's very helpful. And if you fix any leaky faucets, that's also helpful. And then outdoors, there's a lot you can do. You can plant native and or drought tolerant grasses. You can consider harvesting rainwater where practical. And for lawn care, try to position your sprinklers so the water lands on the yard instead of the sidewalk, so you're using less water. So just by taking those extra initiatives in and around your home can help alleviate drought conditions. And it really comes down to common sense. Like if it's raining, do you really need to water the lawn? Probably not. You can find all kinds of information on drought by visiting drought.gov or the latest drought monitor, which is droughtmonitor.unl.edu. And of course, you can also click
right there above my head on the weather tab for the latest forecast information from your weather authority. And don't forget about the phone, the Your Erie to Go mobile app. I'm meteorologist Craig Flint.